My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to be continuing with the daily challenge for June the 25th of 2019. The character is the Ironclad. The modifiers are specialized, start with 5 copies of a single card. Vintage, normal enemies drop relics instead of cards. And big game hunter elite enemies are now swarming the Spire and drop better rewards. So what does this mean? It means we're going to have a lot of rare cards. That's what it means. Because we get relics instead of cards from vintage enemies, so normal enemies. And elite enemies, the better rewards that they drop are rare cards. And elites, bosses, and shops, because of vintage, are our only opportunities to pick up extra cards. So we're mostly going to be picking up rares as a result of all of those things combined. So Ironclad, picking up a bunch of rares, what are we looking for? Probably not like a bunch of offerings, because that will eventually kill us. So a bootstrap form of strength and limit breaks is probably a really good way to handle it. Ooh, drop kicks, 5 of them. Now that's appealing. You gotta know that's appealing. All right, how many question marks, normal fights as well can I hit? So I should prioritize normal fights, then question marks, then normal fights, but elites first. So this is a 4 elite path. Yeah, that already overcomes every other possibility. Right, I've got to get used to holding down end turn. I'll get used to it one of these days, but it won't be today and it won't be tomorrow and it probably won't be any time thereafter. It is going to confuse and terrify me until the end of my days. Could I? Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex as well. It's a really cheap perfected strike, but we're not going to be able to add that many cards to our deck overall. So I think it's actually just like cut a normal strike. Okay. I mean, a normal fight would have given me a relic as well, so that wasn't actually optimal, but yeah, okay. Not absolutely a huge fan of the fact that I have exactly 1 source of vulnerability in the deck, and it's quite expensive. Yeah, because it puts me in situations where this happens. They're not cycling at all, and life is terrible. Wing boots. Wing boots are really nice. We'll find a better way to use the wing boots later, is that true? Going to this shop is bad anyway. No, I'll just go to a normal combat first then. At least I only need 1 defense next turn, so 1 defense and bash would be like an ideal turn this turn. Lovely. We're actually gonna have a good experience in a fight here. They said it couldn't be done. Regal Pillow, whenever you rest, you may heal an additional 15 HP. Then we'll hop over to an elite. I mean, I've got a lot of drop kicks left in the deck. I'm going to be picking up decks left, right, and center here. I really ought to keep the enemy vulnerable if I actually want to be able to deal any damage at any point here. Yeah, that all works out in the end. Damn, what a good fight. Mercury Hourglass, at the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies, as well as... I may actually want Feed here rather than Limit Break, just because we don't have any bootstrap source of strength in the deck yet, so Limit Break's a little bit risky to take. Whereas Feed is always just going to be a nice option here. I can hop across to another elite and then hop across over here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of the wing boots this early on. I'm effectively just trying to get my advantage from the wing boots front-loaded. Like, this might not be the best thing that I can do with the wing boots, but it's the best thing that I can do right now with the wing boots, definitely. And an effect now is worth more than effect later, right? Bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Impervious, like, makes a little bit of sense, but that's about it. I guess I'll take an Impervious. Hop back over here so that I've got 3 elites coming up. Bash dropkick, hell yes. I do like how well the bash is getting drawn in these combats. Very much appreciated. Alright, so we'll end up taking damage here as well. Only makes sense. Oh, God, the feed is so close! Oh, no, wait, hang on. We got another dropkick. We're fine. Toxic Egg. Whenever you add skill cards to your deck, upgrade it. I'd be happy to take a copy of Offering here. Now, Double Tap is also really good, but we can get Double Tap later. Offering is going to make it more likely that I can go off really early because I get to my bash. Hopefully that plays out correctly. Tiny Chest. Upon pick up, you'll gain 30 gold, and you get 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. This is not a great combat. Yep. All of the enemies having invulnerability to... Damn it. Invulnerability to my go-to is a little bit saddening to me. So we do need another way in the deck to actually make enemies vulnerable or just debuff them in any way so I can get rid of their artifacting before I then make them vulnerable. Shockwave being offered would be a great way to do that. Just because it'd be pre-upgraded. What else would be? I'd take Intimidate. Again, it doesn't provide vulnerability, just weakness, but that'll do for wearing off artifacting. Pennib, every 10th attack you play deals double damage, as well as the Blood Potion, which has been buffed, and heals for 25% of our max HP. Probably still not better than any of those potions right now. And I don't think I'd need any of those. Right, we'll skip. Ooh. So that's 6 max HP in order to take the Curse of Pain, but also we get the Curse of Pain, which is really good. It's going to cost us a lot of HP, but I think I do want to try and get 5 curses in this deck. Especially because that will also get me a large amount of max HP bonuses, courtesy of the Darkstone Periats. Not a huge fan of the fact that we're going to be carrying around Pain for ages, though. Must admit, not crazy about that. The Boot, whenever you deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. Okay. Ready to deal double damage here. So I should go for the smallest attack first, and then work my way up, just to get the Pen Nib ready. Back in preparation at the start of combat, draw 2 additional cards. Damn. We are getting some really, really great relics for getting this to go off as early as possible. Not a huge fan of the fact that I've left the Pain in my hand here, but still, you can see ultimately it had to happen. Art of War, if you don't play any attacks during your turn, gain additional energy next turn, as well as now we can take the double tap. It actually probably should have been the bash there, shouldn't it? Yeah, that should have been the bash. That's my bad. Let's just burn the feed out of the deck at this point. I'm probably not going to be using it to kill this enemy anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to full defend. That was my attempt to. I don't know why I didn't just look at the rest of my deck and decide whether or not it was going to be possible. Double tap another drop kick. And this will get us a hell of a way through a deck. Unfortunately, the damage dealt by the enemy with Sharp Hide actually does count as damage dealt to us. Just keep digging myself further down into this hole of having no HP. Double tap is just so damn useful in this deck. I love it. Alright. Defend before dropkick and... murder. Hell, if if the Sharp Hide didn't actually count against our perfect, we would have perfected there. Limit break. Still no strength in this deck at all. We're going to get a lot of relics. Those relics aren't going to give us a necessarily large amount of strength unless we end up with Girya early. I think we skip here. Extra energy is the most important thing that we can get there. The thing that we're least likely to get from other spaces further on in the game as well. Still do need another source of vulnerability. That's not something I am going to argue against. Definitely still need that. And I'll still consider whether or not we actually cut the bash at this point. Bash, sorry. We're not going to cut the bash. I apologize for giving you that misinformation there. Whew. Just enough. Cut the pain, that is. Preserved insect. Enemy in elite combats have 25% less HP, as well as... another curse right now? Alright. Fine. Remove a card from the deck. Now I can't start removing curses. Because I'm going to need 5 of those in the deck if I'm actually going to get a good score modifier at this point. And I think I can do it. Double tap drop kick. Hell yes. Get me another drop kick. Damn. Okay, the next attack I played is double played. So I can actually just get the kill. The Courier, the merchant restocks cards, relics, and potions, and all prices decreased by 20%. Beautiful, good to see it. Double tap on the drop kick, and we're just going to be bleeding HP this entire time. Until we get the feed off. Throw out an Impervious. Beautiful. I may actually be well served by picking up something like a... what is it called? Rupture? It's been that long since I've used one. But it could actually totally find a place in this deck. Build up a bunch of strength off of our pain triggers. We'll do 2 natural defense. Leave the Impervious for later. Now we can throw out Impervious and then double tap drop kicks. Should have double tapped the higher damage drop kick there. That's my bad. That said, we still get to feed at the end. Fossilized Helix. Prevent the first time you lose HP each combat. Yeah, that's not too far from the time we would lose our second HP each combat, so doesn't really make too much of a difference to us. Ancient Potion. No, not really interested in anything on offer there. Yeah, so Pain loses the Fossilized Helix, and then we immediately lose more afterwards. Double tap a Bludgeon against the backline here. And double tap a Bash here. And we can polish you off. Beautiful. Orichalcum, if you end your turn with that block, gain 6 block as well as a regen potion. Neat. I kind of want just double tap. Yeah. Double tap there. I guess I just throw out all of my extra defense and start striking the front line. Come on, feed. The frontliner dies if I actually attack them here, whereas they're my best target for feed. So, gotta leave them alive for just a moment. And we're all good. Goodbye to you, Taskmaster. Mango, upon pickup, raise your max HP by 14. Our max HP is now high enough. Berserk, gain 2 vulnerable. So this is the upgraded version. Gain 2 vulnerable, upgrades to only give you 1 vulnerable. So if you're defended that turn, Berserk is already fine. Swift Potion, Juggernaut. If I had a Rage in the deck, I may actually legitimately be able to use a Juggernaut at this point, but I don't. Let's go for the Swift Potion. Champion Belt, whenever you apply Vulnerable, also apply 1 week. We now have more incentive to pick up Vulnerable triggers. If there could be such thing as more insensitive. Okay. We don't take damage to that, so we don't trigger the Centennial Puzzle yet. It's not until I have pain in my hand that I'm going to start taking damage. 999, so 27, 27, 18. 27, 18 is not going to be enough, right? Yeah, it's not going to be enough. And pain is still in the deck, so at the very least I know that I have extra draw this next turn. Not actually going to be able to kill the cultist. Damn it. 1 energy off. That said, it made sure the cultist stayed around until I could feed, so works out for me. Vajra started combat with 1 strength. Knew that had to come around eventually. Oh god. No vulnerability triggers. That's really unfortunate here. Double tap a drop kick. I guess another one. Not really too much I can do at a time like that. Alright. Let's go hard in on the drop kicks, I guess. Throw out a defense, so I have space in hand to draw both of the things from these remaining drop kicks. And feed. Hell, if it works, you know what? I can't really complain too loudly. Another feed, still probably no. Happy Flower, every 3 turns, gain an energy. Lovely. Alright, Book of Stabbing. Oh, bash in the opening hand as well. What more could you ask for? Perfect defense after all of that, and I know I've got double tap Offering in the next hand as well. Yep. Double tap the drop kick, and then just the feed. Go straight for the kill. Moorbank, damn. And another double tap. Moorbank, every time you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. These drop kicks kind of do need to be upgraded. Them having extra damage means that I have to play fewer of them, means that I'm more resilient against things like the Time Eater. I'm not going to be able to make this enemy vulnerable, so I think I actually will need the time potion here. I don't really gain much block at all, so I don't think Barricade does anything for me here. I'm actually going to take the fire breathing. Please don't kill me, blank. It had to be done. Right. Has to just be bash on a single target, then double drop kick, and again. Then bash on a single target, and we can drop kick hopefully the whole way through. Yeah, that'll do it for the whole way through. That worked out pretty damn well. It's just this bronze automaton that we're not going to be able to deal with at all. Also, what a garbage hand to have drawn there. Yikes. Yeah, that one was never really going to work for us. Enemies got way too much artifact on them. And unfortunately, it looks like we're going away from Impervious the turn before the enemy is actually going to do their largest hit. Yeah, rough. Ah well. Thankfully, we're so healthy that nothing can really kill us, but we're not going to get beyond perfect. Although we already knew that, so it's hard to start lamenting it now. We do end up with a ridiculous amount of block from just occasional blocks, courtesy of Kunai. Do have to give it that much. It's important I kill in a single attack there so that the pen nib doesn't get triggered this combat. Exhume. That can bring back Offering, but probably shouldn't, if we can avoid it at all. Remove 2 cards from the deck. No. Get a potion after every single fight. Yeah. Add wounds into the draw pile is a big problem for us. Because these are combo cards, right? Double tap is a combo card. Obviously, the Pains and Chains are already diluting our deck. Alright, I'm gonna empty Cage and just get 2 strikes out of there. I'm playing drop kicks or nothing. Maximum elite path is 3. Hopefully there's a shop in the next space, because otherwise I don't get a shop in a very long time here, and that's just not nice. Gonna short myself a card. I was still really hoping things would go better than that. Yikes. Just wanted a copy of Bash, y'all. At least I know I have the kill now. Pantograph at the start of boss combat, heal for 25 HP. Shot? No. Damn. Yeah, this is gonna be our eternal problem. I could have defended not at all, or defended the entire time. It was going to be the same as a result of the way the enemies were attacking there. Please get me a drop kick. Nope. It's fine, I guess. Oh, God. Please draw well. That'll do. Double tap the bash into double tap the drop kick. And we'll get out of this one just fine. Kill in as many attacks as I can possibly commit. Okay, that's just the one though. Pocket Watch. Whenever you play 3 or less cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards at the start of your next turn, as well as a pre-upgraded Pommel Strike. I'll take the pre-upgraded Pommel Strike for just a little bit of draw added into the deck. But also, the Pocket Watch means that if I do just like whiff hardcore on a draw, it's there to help me out. Go with the upgraded Pommel Strike again into the deck now. Okay, this has 3 elites, but it has an earlier shot. So we go down this one. Master of Strategy is obviously just like an insta-take. Memori, negate the next curses you obtain. Probably not. Frozen Eye, when viewing your cards, when viewing your draw pile, the cards are now shown in correct order. It's helpful. Not likely to be able to get 3 curses before the end of the run anymore. But I think I should still try and wager that it'll happen. Ornamental Fan is a great pickup for us. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. I'll also take a Red Skull. While your HP is at below 50%, and while your HP is at below 50%, you have 3 additional strength, rather. Gonna be real handy in our final combat. Good gosh. I'm just gonna end my turn there, so that I get the extra draw next turn. Just not too much we were really capable of doing there. I do like that now I'm actually getting block for playing our attacks. The Ornamental Fan is one of the best things we can pick up here. Or could have picked up. Molten Egg, whenever you have an attack card to your deck, upgrade it. Don't really add attack cards to my deck all that often, so don't feel like that's going to be too relevant. Start with the double tapping of the bash, and then the drop kick, giving us some energy back. Then I'll double tap a drop kick. Okay. I'll throw out another offering so that I can go dropkick into dropkick, see if I can combo the enemy entirely down on this one turn. Because it sure looks like it. Tori, whenever you receive 5 or less unblocked attack damage, reduce it to 1. I will now take a limit break, despite the fact that I don't think I'm actually going to be able to trigger it. Just because in the final combat it'll be particularly good. Attack potion. Not exactly what I was looking for. By which I mean not at all what I was looking for. I was looking for a source of vulnerability. Holding a vulnerability potion would actually be a totally legitimate way to kind of plan for the late game here. Okay. Double tap the drop kick so that I can feed. I mean, it gets double tapped, so we're fine. Shovel, you can now dig for relics at rest sites. I still can't force myself to do that. Still just have to go and actually fight the elite. Decent score guaranteed. Tap another drop kick. Oh, hell yes. Not only are we going to get this kill, we're going to get it on turn 1 and get the feed off. Beautiful. Calibers, at the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of it. Another offering. Yeah, we're getting this late that I'm more than happy to do that. Pair upon your pickup, raise your max HP by 10%. 10%, sorry, 10. We'll dig for the Peace Pipe. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. Yeah, I'm probably not going to end up with enough of the... probably not going to end up with enough of the copies of curses in the deck. Let's lose Feed Plus. We don't need it anymore. Gain 1 dex at the start of each combat. All these smooth stone. Happy to have it. Alright. So I can get 1 curse in my deck here from the Writhing Mass, but the Writhing Mass can only give you 1 curse total. So even if I stood here the entire time and just tried to mill curses out of the Writhing Mass, that's not how it works. At least that's what I've been informed, so that's not how it works. So. So I'll treat it. I mean, I probably shouldn't be just fighting the enemy like this right now, but... Okay. Fine. There's still a possibility that I end up with 2 more curses. Very, very remote possibility, but a possibility nonetheless. So I need, like, that space to have 2 curses in it. So that's probably not going to happen. That was all awful. Let's go offering now. Exclusively so that I can just drop kick to try and build up my decks. And ultimately, in the end, that'll work out for me. Beautiful. Got double damage for our next attack. Enemy is still vulnerable for it as well. Got to retain a large amount of our effect from calipers. Oh, wow! The enemy now actually hits thorns before they become intangible. Oh, I've been waiting for that change for ages. Hell yes. Super pleased to see it. Turnip, you can only become frail, as well as... I'll take a Reaper, sure. Blood Vial at the start of each combat, heal for 2 HP. That was never going to work out the way I wanted it to. Dig again, and we get the Incense Burn every 6 turns. Gain 1 intangible. And there's nothing after this, so we'll just pop both of our Regen Potions. Explosive Potion. Power Potion, I mean, we should probably still pop that right now, especially in case we get Inflame. We don't get Inflame, but we do get Demon Form. Alright. Bash, double tap, drop kick, so we can actually start the energy generation here. Trying to make sure that I don't short myself on a bunch of draws here. Use that Reaper for the full heal-ish. Defend offering. There we go. Double tap was what I was looking for there. And now we're back in the clear. Come on. No drop kick. Damn it. That was the absolute worst case. Oh well. At least we can't become frail. We've very, very well incapacitated a lot of the enemies here. And gained a bunch of block for the next turns as well. Full... I don't really need to do anything about that cultist this turn. It's going to be a sad time until I can get vulnerability to apply to the back line here, though. Yep, at least we still get the full block. We actually may perfect this fight overall. Stunning to think that's actually possible here, but... That kunai has been so incredible over the course of this entire run. Don't even think it would be possible without it. And drop kicks take us out. Beautiful. We might have also got a combo modifier, so having played 25 or more cards in a single turn. 1253. Yeah. Yeah, we did end up with combo. We got one perfected boss. Stuffed was always going to happen. Collector was always going to happen. I like Shiny was always going to happen with these modifiers in particular. Champion. So we did take out as many elites as we possibly could every single floor. We perfected 8 of them. That's actually a surprising amount as far as I'm concerned. Hit light speed as well. Unless I fundamentally went a different direction with that and tried to add as many cards to the deck as possible, rather than tried to maintain the consistency of playing drop kicks, then I don't really know too many different ways I could have influenced my score beyond that point. So effectively what that means is the other scores that are higher than mine must have gone for different paths, at least in my sight. Looks like they might have gone for different paths in particular. Regardless, for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.